Alright, time for my round 2 game of this one's MSEM GP. Playing against Epid, who is on mono black. Yeah, this is a pretty good starting hand. It doesn't have any top end threats, but it does have cantrips, so I'm basically just, I guess I'm hoping to get, I'm on the play. Okay, I guess I just drop Antithesis on my opponent's turn. Yeah, so Antithesis on my opponent's end step, and then I guess just see where I go from there. I have 2 counter spells in hand, so I can probably just try to counter whatever they play. And I'll start off with Magmatorrent untapped, because then I don't have to lose life for Opalescent Palace, at least the first time I tap it. Yeah, they turn 1 pay up. Actually, yeah, I probably should just get Antithesis out now, if I can help it. And I don't think they actually have anything super great to take here. Like, they could take one of my counter spells, but I have 2 of them, so it's still a wash. They can take Seek Prophecy, but then I can keep up Lose Your Mind. They could take Lose Your Mind, but then that thing's not going to be actually doing that much until later on anyways. So I think I'm in a pretty good spot right now. Honestly, they probably just take Lose Your Mind, and I'm pretty happy to pitch that. Or they take Curse. Okay, I mean, that's also fine. Maybe they have some follow-up discard or something. Okay, so let's see. I don't think I need 2 cantrips right now. Is Monkey Shine or Seek Prophecy better for me? I think I bottom Seek Prophecy because Monkey Shines might still mill me later on. Yeah. I guess it's because my opponent has less info about what's in my hand if I do it like this. So I swing and keep a Portal Fracture. If they discard me, I just play Lose Your Mind. Are there any 2 drops I really need to counter? Not really. I guess Scourge, Curse Tag, Edict, it's kind of bad. Yeah, there isn't really a 2 drop I really need to counter, so I'm fine just doing Monkey Shines. Do they have main deck Grave Hate? And they do not play an Apraxis Endeavor main, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in keeping up Cursed Glance on 2, so that means that I am pretty safe just playing Monkey Shines here, and then might as well just play out Magmatorrent tapped. Yeah. And I play Magmatorrent tapped, and I can use it to shuffle if I really want to. Depending on how Oh, I do want to start aggressively milling myself so that, or oops. I do want to aggressively mill myself, but Zirrktide also really nice. I want to get, okay, how quickly can I get to 7 cards in graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty quickly actually. Yeah, I'll just spin both of these guys then, and pass the turn. I guess this does prevent Antithesis Accomplice from triggering, but I don't think that I care that much about it right now. Actually, maybe there was an argument. Yeah, there was an argument for putting Zirrktide on top. Because then I can draw it and then shuffle away the other card with... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I could have kept Zirrktide on top and then drawn it, shuffled away the other card with Magmatorrent, but then I'm not as far into getting 7 cards into my graveyard. Okay, so I will be able to get... I can Void Clear, and then that gets me 7 cards into my yard. Or actually, no, I just play Floodwar Depths untapped. That gets me enough cards into my yard. And also means Opalescent Palace. No, Opalescent Palace would still be tapping for 1 life. I mean, the safest thing for me to do is to play this untapped and then do end of turn Lose Your Mind if Portal Fracture isn't useful. Yeah. And yeah. If they have Villainy, I'm just going to counter it. So I assume they're probably going to try to hand attack me before that. If they do hand attack me, I think I just let it through. Like, they can take Portal Fracture, but then I can just Lose Your Mind afterwards. If they make me discard Lose Your Mind, I'm just going to flash it back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they take Portal Fracture. It does mean that I'm looking for a second counter spell, but I do have a decent... Like, I am going to look 3 cards deep with all these guys. Possibly 4 cards deep. If I mean, yeah, it's draw step, and then this guy looks 2 cards deep. So there is a decent chance I find a counter spell here. They going to... Okay, I mean... Is there any point in trying to fight that? I mean, I literally can't fight that. Actually, no, I can. And I probably should, right? I mean, I should just try to draw first to see what I find, in case I find anything useful here. Didn't find anything useful. Okay, that dies. So it does mean that Villainy is coming down next turn. Can I do anything about that? I can't. It's possible for me to bounce it. Flashing back Lose Your Mind could also... it's possible for Flashback Lose Your Mind to draw me into Spell Pierce, I guess. I should have actually just flashbacked the first one first, because then that would let me also cast Lose Your Mind and still have enough left. Well, whatever. Frostfire Geysers, that's not useful. So I just play this and then hope that I get lucky. Like my scene with this thing, what's my alternative? Hold up Lose Your Mind? I don't think that's very good. But like, if they play Villainy and then play one spell alongside it, I think I'm fine as long as I find a way to bounce Villainy afterwards. So I guess I'm actually willing to risk that. Alright, sure. Alright, time to YOLO with this thing. Hopefully I flip a land. I guess flipping a land is like best case scenario. I mean, that's also fine-ish. Like, it's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Can cast one of the considers. That lets me... Monkey Shines isn't useful right now because I'm actually looking for useful stuff, so... Restad's somewhat useful. And this thing is... I don't want any of these cards. Alright, so they can land a Villainy and kill this guy, but this guy has already drawn 2 cards, so... I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Pay up again. Okay, I guess they're... That means they probably don't have Villainy in hand. Or because I'm tapped out and there's like no way for me to actually counter their thing when I'm tapped out, so yeah, like they don't have Villainy in hand, so they're just doing pay up now. Which means they probably can't deal with okay, do I care about giving them... What do I care about Restad? Compared to giving them extra mana to work with. I have like enough cantrip stuff, but Restad resolving would also be really cool for me. It's like what, next time I'm looking at doing Restad, consider, that immediately gets this thing triggered. Yeah, I think I'm just going Opalescent Palace. They can have the treasure. So if they have another discard spell, then yeah, that's kind of bad for me, but otherwise it should be fine. They probably have a follow-up discard spell. Otherwise, this play wouldn't make as much sense, right? Like if they have Unburdened Mind, that's kind of bad for me because I gave them free treasure. Okay, they're just going to make me sack the Planeswalker. Okay, that's fine. Because now I get to resolve Restad and like, oh, Zirrat. Oh, yeah, let's get Zirrat into play. Do I have to tap out? How much do I have to tap down for it to get that thing into play? I definitely want the Wayfarer's Shrine here. I want to Restad. I can hold up 1 mana, which is... So I should Restad, Restad and then consider first, and then see what I draw. And if they land a Villainy, then that's kind of bad for me, but that's still fine-ish for me. Crest. Okay, yeah, that's really good. I definitely want this in my hand for later on. Do I need to shuffle with Wayfarers later on? Do I? Okay, I do have... Does it matter when I fetch? Yeah, I might as well fetch now just to prevent shenanigans later. But I'm looking quite good right now because, yeah, I got these 2 guys out in play. Maybe I should bounce the treasure, but whatever. It's fine. They need to deal with both these guys. Like, they have 3 threats that they need to deal with this turn. If they try to land Villainy, I'm just going to try to crest it. I mean, they still get 1 shot off, which probably kills Restad, but at least I get a crest out of the deal. What's the worst case scenario? Midnight's Pale Moon. Yeah, that would really suck for me. Right? Do they run that? Yeah, they run 3 copies of that. Okay, so how screwed am I if this thing resolves? Sacrifice? That completely wrecks me. Or does it? Yeah, pretty much does. Okay, well, that's the Villainy. And that happens, and can prevent that from happening. I mean, I will bounce it immediately afterwards, but I don't think that actually helps me that much. I still need a way to counter it on the way once it comes down next turn. They're going to Valdez me. I can actually crust my own Restad if I want to, but I'm not sure if that does anything for me. Because then I can just name high and then that always snags the Restad. So I think I have to be fine with letting this thing die. In which case I just bounce Villainy and then they replay it next turn. Oh, is that good for me? It's like fine-ish. Yeah, like if I crest this, then they name high, this dies, and then I get absolutely nothing out of it. Yeah, like if I do this, I'm empty-handed, but at least I like not too screwed over. So this dies, and then Void Flare gets discarded, and then yeah. So I can still crack the clue to try to draw some stuff. Wonder if I should bounce the treasure now, or I mean, yeah, I had the chance to bounce it. Like last turn, I didn't take it. They would have been able to do the whole thing anyway, so it didn't matter as much. Guys, I think I've cracked the clue now. Fire Erasure. That's a lot of removal, but not much that's actually useful for me right now. The problem right now is that they get to just drop Villainy and then play 2 spells alongside it, right? I mean, they can edict my Zirrat, and that'd be really bad too. So I should at least try to get 2 creatures on board before that happens. This could have been a lot easier for me if I bounced the treasure token, right? Or no, they still do the same play except I'm like down one of these elementals. And it's even. Like maybe I could have done more with Restad to make it survive a Villainy attack, Villainy trigger. Well, like I activate Restad instead of playing out Zirrat. Would that ever make sense? I don't think so. I always want to get Zirrat into play first. Maybe there was a reason to do. Like if I do that, then I'm really vulnerable to removal. But I guess that guarantees if Restad survives 1 Villainy tick. Right, what do I... Oh, wait, I still have these loser mines in the graveyard. I completely forgot I had these guys. Okay, well, I can just start pitching fire. I can just pitch Fire Rager to draw 2 cards. Okay? There's probably an opportunity I could have used these guys. Oh no, this is the first time I had free mana floating around. Alright, so then I'm just doing end of turn lose your mind. Pitching Fire Rager. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, they could just edict my Zirrktide, which isn't great for me, but still fine because I still have these 2 guys left. And I get to draw 2 cards and try to figure out what to do next. And they're kind of reluctant to go for Villainy play because that gets punished pretty hard by a counterspell that I could have drawn. Actually, Midnight's Pale Moon would probably be the worst case scenario here. Oh no, that still leaves Zirrktide around. Like if they Midnight's Pale Moon me, I sack these 2 guys. Or I sack Island, I sack Crystal Cavern. They're just going to do Scourge Deck, the Edict from Graveyard. And I'm completely fine with that. Is there any reason to... No, there isn't. Like, we're both just trading resources here. Yeah, like, we're both just doing cards from Graveyard now. But I do appreciate having the ability to just draw 2 cards for 3 mana from my graveyard. Oh, well, there's Cursory Glance. Which is actually quite good, because now I can Cursory Glance the Villainy once it tries to come down. Monkey Shines. Cursory Glance plus Lose Your Mind's pretty good. I think I just hold here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 6 damage. I do have lethal from hand if I make it through the turn. That means I probably don't want to be doing... Yeah, I guess I could probably Monkey Shines now to try to dig for another counterspell in the meantime. For example, Spell Pierce would be... Yeah, Spell Pierce is quite good. I guess I'll just have a backup counterspell just in case. And then I can throw off a Void Flare Face if it comes down to it. Like, if they're stuck on 4 lands and then they try to land Villainy right now, I just Spell Pierce it. Cool. And... do they have 1 mana removal? They have Exunt. Do I want to lose your mind right now? Actually, I can just counter the Exunts now. Yeah, I'm just going to Void Flare Face and try to go for blood. Do I swing first? Yeah, I always swing first. Okay, cool, they're just dead now. Alright, so that worked out quite well for me because they got stuck on 3/4 lands. But post-war it's going to be a lot harder for me. I do appreciate how lose your mind means that like these cards that aren't as useful in certain matchups can still just be discarded. Anyways, what do I want? Cursory Glance. I can take out some Portal Factory. No, I still can't really take out... I can't like go full Cursory Glance because they still have expensive stuff. Oppressions isn't that good because they have ways to kill enchantments pretty easily. I think I bring in 1 Panya and take out like an Accomplice. Because Panya turns are pretty nice to have. What do I not want? Neutralize doesn't actually hit what it needs to hit. So I really need counterspells for Villainy. I think this is enough counterspells. I actually took out counterspell, right? Or no, I haven't. I probably should put in another counterspell just for the Villainy. And then like I take out Void Flares. Am I supposed to take out Void Flares here? Ew. I guess I go with this loadout. What do they have? They could bring in Seal the Tomb, which isn't even that bad for me because like it's not Mass Grave Hate, so I don't really care. The starting hand is I mean it has a bunch of cantrips. It doesn't have, so I guess I'm just going to be cantripping hard early to look for answers. And if they discard me, then yeah, it's whatever because like none of my cards actually do anything right now. They take Monkey Shines, which I'm fine with. I guess it's the one that bins the most number of cards, so that's why they're taking it. Restad. Okay, that's pretty good. I can't curve Restad into anything, but maybe I will after I fetch something. Or maybe I will find something to curve into off the Seek Prophecy. Oh, cool. Cursory Glance or Portal Fracture. I mean, it's still early in the game. I think I take the Portal Fracture over to Cursory Glance right now. Yeah, I think that makes more sense for me. And okay, that's fine. They're playing their draw spell, I'm playing my draw spells. I just have to make sure I have Portal Fracture up for their Villainy. Or do I? Okay, well, I guess this is fetching Mountain then. And yeah, I do want to fetch out all my basics first in order to make sure that I don't draw my basic before Wayfarer Shrine can fetch. They know, but then that means they know I drew Wayfarers. Okay, I'm just hoping I don't draw. Yeah, I guess I just hope I didn't draw what. Yeah, okay. If they don't do anything, I'm just going to end of turn lose your mind. I'm probably just countering whatever they play. Unless they play a discard spell, in which case, like, I don't really mind countering it. 2 mana thing. Okay, do I care about this? Not really. They pitched Adjust Business. Okay. Yeah, wait, they already pitched 2 Villainies. Okay, and that's also really interesting. Anyways, play Lose Your Mind. It could actually exhunt the Everstad if I play it next turn, which would kind of blow me out in a way. I guess I hope that doesn't happen. If I pitch the island here, then what? Then I mean, I guess I technically don't need more stuff. That's 1, 2, 5, 6. I can get loser mind. I can enable loser mind pretty soon. Monkey shines. Okay, do I want to risk running out Restad right now? I think it's safer for me to just go Monkey Shines, hold up counter spells, because I have 2 counter spells right now, so I can guarantee that whatever they do, I can counter. Yeah, seems pretty safe. Fetch up Frostfire Geysers. I could have sequenced that differently. Yeah, I should have sequenced that differently. Oh well. 2 lands I don't really care about. Do I need more lands right now? Sort of, but not really. I actually do kind of want more lands for next turn. Like, this is not really what... Can I guarantee... I'm not alright with trying to... I have loser mind. Like, I could probably find more lands later if I really need to. Yeah. And now loser mind's going to draw 2 cards every time, so, like, that's pretty good. And I do have enough mana to just play out Restad and still have enough counter spells. Although the problem right now is that I'm not really pushing damage. And they have 7 cards in hand, so... Unless I start pushing damage soon, they will be able to out-resource me. Okay, they're just jamming their... Yeah, that's getting countered. Zirrktide. Oh, yeah, sure, I guess I just drop Zirrktide now. That requires me to tap out of blue. I guess that's one problem with discarding the island early. Okay, so I guess the play here is to fetch with this thing, just to make sure... Yeah, and I'm still going to fetch now to prevent shenanigans later on. Play out Restad and pass the turn. Wait, I should have lost... Okay, well, whatever. I'm splayed. Or technically, no. I could still lose your mind graveyard later if I really want to. Or maybe I just let this Restad die, because I don't really need... Because I already have a second Restad in hand. Valdez... Wait, no, I think I always let this thing resolve. Like I can't afford some... Yeah, like, they take Mezerat, which sucks, but that's fine. I still have a bunch of 2-for-1s in my graveyard. Is that another... Oh. Well, that's a problem. Can I play around that? I mean, it's going to start with me drawing 2 cards right now, right? Yeah. So that does resolve, which is quite annoying for me. Okay, so that dies, these die, and I need to pitch 2 cards, so I guess Cursory Glance is... How much do I care about holding Cursory Glance? Okay, so, well, this guy's kind of bad, because it's not going to be playable, and I don't need White Flare. Okay, now what? Wayfarer Shrine, which is actually completely useless now. Yeah, I probably should not have pitched that island then. I'm kind of forced to play out Restad here, because otherwise, maybe they have removal. I just hope they don't have removal in hand. If they do, then that's... Yeah, that sucks. But I need this thing out so that even if I don't draw a land next turn, I can still lose your mind from graveyard. They probably have removal though. Okay, they just have Villainy. That's not great, but that's still fine. Like, I can't stop this Villainy from happening, but I could possibly draw into a crest sometime soon. Oh, Panya. That's not useful. Alright, I guess I have to do this. Oh dear. Didn't draw a land. Yeah, that's not good. Is there still a way for me to get back into this game? I still have the 2 Mazerat. Okay, well, that's not going to... Yeah, that's going to catch them right back up, and I can't really stop that from... I could have countered that. I could have Spell Pierce there. Probably should have, actually. Just to force them to tap out. I mean, it's not like I'm getting any other use out of my mana this turn. Okay, if I top deck a blue producing land next turn, I will be able to bounce Villainy, and if they don't have another land, I can Spell Pierce it on the way down. I guess that's my hope now. Well, the Restad's going to get killed. There's not much I can do here, right? Like, I do have to run out Restad. I mean, I could run out Zirrktide. It also just gets killed, but at least it takes a few Villainy. Play out Zirrktide, bounce the Villainy. So at least it forces my opponent to replay out the Villainy, and maybe that draws me into a land. Okay, they just let it get bounced. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I have a chance now. What can I still fetch? I still have Frostfire Geysers in the deck somewhere, right? No, I don't. Do I have any fetchables land left? I might not, which could be a problem. But I haven't double checked, so I don't know. Also, it doesn't matter if, like, they have another lands, then they can just always pay for the Spell Pierce if they play Villainy. How many counters do I have left in my deck? A reasonable... Oh wait, this should be exiled. I forgot. Okay, it didn't matter. Yeah, okay. There might actually be a reason to leave behind these fetch lands, play just as sack fodder for Midnight's Pale Moon. I completely forgot if I had... I should just double check if I have another fetchable by looking at my deck. Let's see. I run 6 fetchables in my deck, right? 2 island, 2 mountain, 1 frostfire, geyser, 1 crystal cavern, so 2 island, 2 mountain, 1... Okay, yeah, I'm out of fetchables in my deck. Not sure if my opponent realizes that or not, but I'll just keep this thing around for sack fodder purposes. But yeah, I can't prevent that from happening. Let's seal the tomb. Okay. Sure, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'm probably losing this. Like, I don't really see how I'm catching up or catching back up here. So I need to balance the villainy and also somehow get my mav situation back under control, despite the fact that half the lands I could draw are useless because I already fetched out everything. Okay, well that's one of the lands that actually does stuff. But I play Restad and then hold up whatever. Yeah, okay, that's really the best thing I can do right now. I mean, I could have actually just gone hold up Cursory Glance, hold up Panya, whatever. Actually, no, this just dies to anything my opponent plays. So it's actually just, yeah, that was just bad. I don't know why I did that. 6 mana now. No, it was totally, yeah, it was totally meant to keep Restad in hand because that just gets shot down and I mean, like, yeah, I guess I counter that because why not? Might as well make use of mana. Did I have another one? Okay, that the hard cast spell does. Sure. Why do I keep trying Restad when it's not good for me? If I run it out anyways, I mean, yeah, I don't lose anything from doing that. Except it dying to Villainy again, but that's fine, whatever. Sure. Any point in trying to counter that? Not really. Wait, I had Lose Your Mind. I could have just done Lose Your Mind from Graveyard. Yeah, I forgot I had that in hand. Or, I forgot I had that available. I should just be holding on to my Restods. Okay, sure. I mean, I'd probably lose in short order. Okay. Oh, okay, sure. Why are they trying to mill me here? It doesn't really matter. Alright, yeah, I'm dead now. Cool. So post board, do I want to change any of my boarding plans? Is Prescience ever good here? I mean, if Prescience ever gets going, they just edict that thing, right? But maybe I bring it in anyways. I can't really afford to tap out for it though. Also, the mana doesn't work out very well for it. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to keep it out. And then I'll just like do this. Why did I cut one Fire Rager? Do I cut one to Crest? Cursey Glance would have been good there, so I guess I don't really want to cut Cursey Glance. Maybe the Planeswalker is too slow. Yeah, maybe. Alright, sure. Similar kind as last time. I mean, I guess I keep this, but I'm not super happy with it, but I'm not sad about it either. So, Toronto Monkey Shines. I definitely want Restad for next turn, but it's fine if I'm also fine if I just bin these guys, right? Like Restad, keep up Restad plus counterspell, so it's like not that great. Yeah, I'll bin both these guys. Okay, cool. Okay, they name high. I pitched Lose Your Mind, right? It's because, I mean, I could pitch Cursor Glance, but then that leaves me really open. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Second Monkey Shines. I think actually, do I need to keep up Cursor Glance on 2? I don't think so. So that gets me a turn to Monkey Shines and hope to find something useful. Yeah. Those are both getting binned. Okay, I got the Planeswalker, at least. And they could discard me again, and that would be kind of bad. Like, they could take Cursor Glance, and then I'm in top deck mode for another counterspell. Villainy, but that should be fine. Like, if they try to hand attack the Cursor... Yeah, there we go. So now I can keep up Lose Your Mind. Yeah, let's fetch first, just to be safe. Spell Pierce. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, because suddenly my curve works now. The Lose Your Mind can pitch... Do I want to pitch a Planeswalker? Not yet, I don't think. But I will be able to do Spell Pierce plus Lose Your Mind to pay up first. Okay, fine. I guess that happens. Oh, sure. I'm more than happy to discard that, because that's not what I'm worried about at all right now. Sure. I could have actually countered that. I don't think I really wanted to counter that, right? Yeah, because okay, Restad, that's really good, and I'll pitch that. I'll fetch right away. Without Restad, I can protect it with 2 counter spells. If they try to land Villainy, I can't Portal Fracture it though. If they try to go Swarm Minute, I can't kill it because I could have kept Wayfarer Shrine uncracked, and then that would let me Void Flare for 3. Yeah, slight misplay. Exant. How much do I care about making this survive? Because once this thing dies, I can't counter the Villainy that's coming out afterwards. I mean, like, I guess I technically do want to trade at least 1 card for it, but if I Curse Glance, I can't counter the follow-up Villainies, right? Okay, so like Cursor Glancing here, if I Cursor Glance this, then they need another 1-mana count. Okay, whatever, I'm doing this. Oh, 2 Exons. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was really bad. Can I counter the follow-up Villainy now? Assuming I... Okay, well, never mind. I'm still in a really bad spot. Okay, well, best case scenario, I'll end up turn Lose Your Mind, pitching Void Flare, and then I guess I have to trade 2 counterspells for Villainy. Infectious Ego. Okay, well, that's getting Portal Fractured. Yeah, that's definitely getting Portal Fractured. Alright, actually, they knew about the Portal Fracture, didn't they? So, like, they probably planned around that. Aratha, that's pretty good. Oh, allow me to eventually grind out an advantage. Oh, Zirrat. Okay, that's also really good. I definitely do not want to give them free clue, so I have 5 mana to work with. I can do Zirrat. Okay, that's supposed to be exiled, I think, right? No, that already exiled. Guess I only played the first one. Okay. So Spell Pierce means that they can't, no, it's still possible for them to kill Zirrat. Like, they can kill Zirrat pretty easily. Do I get anything for just waiting? Do I get anything from waiting, though? Not really. I think I always consider first. Or no, I can Zirrat and then hold up, Lose Your Mind, pitching, possibly, like, consider. And if they try to Scourge Edict my Zirrat, then I don't really have anything I can do. I mean, I can try to counter it, but then that's not going to work out. Yeah, I should just wait. But then if I wait, Zirrat gets hand attacked. I mean, if they Edict me, at least I get 2-2 out of the deal. Is that fine? I suppose that's fine. And I'm just hoping Aratha goes the distance, I guess. Yeah. If they try to play Villainy, I'm going to Spell Pierce it. Or do I need to Spell Pierce? They could go Villainy, Scourge the Edict. Then I just Spell Pierce the Edict. Okay, if they go Villainy, I'm not going to Spell Pierce it. Okay, they had it. Yeah, happens. I mean, it's 2 mana for a 2-2 flyer. So it's still, like, not the worst thing in the world. Are they looking to hand attack me? I guess not. Do I Lose Your Mind now? Let's Lose Your Mind pitching. Probably the Consider, which I don't really want to pitch right now. I think I want to say Lose Your Mind for completely or absolutely useless cards, right? Instead of like stuff like Consider. No, I have the mana. I should be using it now. Okay, yeah, I've convinced myself. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not a bad haul. And especially with these guys. Do I always seek Prophecy here? So what? These guys are being tapped. So then I have 1, 2, 3 mana to work. So that's one count. That's like 2 counter spells. Or if I use this, then I mean, I always attack first to see if they have any removal. They don't. Okay, so what am I looking at? Use these guys to draw a card and then possibly Spell Pierce whatever comes down. Portal Fractures, Curse Glance, Spell Pierce. Portal Fracture, Curse Glance, Spell Pierce. I guess not using Seek Prophecy now means I get to play through 2 counter spells. Yeah, sure, I'll wait. Actually, no, it means Swarming Midden is a problem. No, the Elemental's still kind of outrageous. Swarming Midden. I mean, I guess they could technically Edict my... Okay, that's getting countered, so... I guess that's eating a Cursory Glance. Can I counter Midnight's Pale Moon? Not really. Okay, well, this thing still not have the clue. Okay, well, whatever. Make the clue, untap, draw, for turn. I can fetch my last mountain, and I should do that. No point in doing anything pre-combat. Okay, so this is always fetching the last mountain, and I'm going to do it now just to make sure I don't accidentally draw it. So, these guys are being used for card draw. I have 2 mana to work with. Portal Fracture plus Spell Pierce, plus enough to... Well, that's enough to make... Okay, so then that means 1 mana. I have 1 mana left over to do stuff with. So yeah, I'll do Seek Prophecy now. And... I think I take Lose Your Mind. Yeah, I definitely do. And pass a turn. How many villains do I have left? So they still have 3 villainies left somewhere. Can't beat a Resolved Villainy. Not well, but like I still can't beat it. Okay, what are they going to hit? Zirrat? Do I want to counter this? Not really. Okay, like I can still win without Zirrat, right? I still have 2 more Ristads left as a win con. What else do I have left as a win con? Some number of Panyas. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that happening. Okay, how many... I still have 3 Void Flares left in the deck. How many Cursory Glances do I have left? Or how many Howard... I only have 2 Cursory Glances in the entire deck. Did I bring in the other Cursory Glance? Okay, I did. So I have 1 more Cursory Glance left in the deck somewhere, right? Yeah, I have 1 more Cursory Glance that I need to find in order to counter their Villainy. Okay, well, I guess I have to do it for them. So what? I have Ristad, Panya, Anthos Accomplice, win cons, and some number of Void Flares. But like, I actually do win if I match Alt Ristad with enough Void Flares in Graveyard. So that's another win con that can happen. And likely will happen eventually, like if the game goes on like this. If they ever manage to resolve Midnight's Pale Moon though, then that's probably never happening. So I just have to make sure I never let that thing resolve by making sure I have counters up for it. Actually, no, Scourge Edict is going to kill Restad. They're going to. Oh, okay, yeah, they are going to on a swarming mid attack. All right, time to draw cards. That's not it. Do I still have a chance of finding the card I need if I draw again? Yes, I do. What do I pitch in that case? Or do I leave this in my graveyard? He draws 2. I think I do want to draw 2, but at the same time, like I do want to make use of Aratha every turn. There's like no use for extra mana. If okay, sure, I'll just lose your mind now. I guess I pitch Seek Prophecy, draw 2. I didn't get what I need. Okay, well, whatever. I guess they get 1 swing off with Swarming Midden, which makes the racing a bit more annoying. I do want to play. I want to play out Restad, but can I protect it? I mean, I have like all these counter spells. I think I could probably protect it reasonably well. And Seek Prophecy is going to be looking for lands now. Yeah. So Seek Prophecy, 1, 2, 3. I do. Wayfarer Shrine is not useful right now because I can't actually fetch any. Okay, do I have any fetchables left? I have Frostfire Geysers, right? Yeah, I do. So I take Magmatic Torrent, and then I have Overconsider because I will probably just be doing counterspell stuff on my opponent's turn. If I play this untapped, is there a reason to? Does it change the counterspell? Okay, counter. No, it does not change the counterspell in any counterspell war in any way. If I top deck a land next turn and they don't have a way to stop Restad, I will be able to ult Restad, which doesn't actually win the game for me because there's not enough stuff. Yeah, okay. If they jam Villainy, I need to waste 2 counterspells on it, which isn't great, but it's like fine, I guess. If they play any expensive thing, I need to waste 2 counterspells on it. Midnight's Pale Moon, yep, that happens. What can I possibly draw that would change this? Do I want to Portal Factor instead of Spell Pierce and save Spell Pierce for something else later? Like Portal Factor guarantees I counter certain stuff. Well, is there anything else? Is there anything that requires me to cap stuff that's always countered? Infectious Yield doesn't matter. Valdez doesn't matter. Yeah, Spell Pierce hits everything that's relevant. But just Portal Factor guarantees I counter Exons. Yeah, I always Spell Pierce here. Okay, well, I guess they did force this thing out of me. Okay, do I activate Aratha or do I draw? Because like I definitely can't protect Restad for another turn. I think I draw, right? Yeah, I draw here. Consider. Okay, that's. I guess I snap this thing off, or do I? I can convert to damage if I like do the first mode of Restad. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll let that happen. I'm going to fetch this with this first to guarantee I don't. I have any lands that are still useful. I have these Opalescent Palaces. Okay, well, I guess that's the only one that matters now. Wait, I just win if I top deck a land, top deck a playable land, and that's not playable land. I mean, there's still a chance. Okay, so I'll activate this, then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have like 1 shot of getting a playable land. If I do, then I win the game. If I don't, then I guess the game goes on for a bit longer. Come on, that's not useful, right? Yeah, that's not useful. It could be useful later on, but not now, when I'm digging really hard for a land. Alright, well, I guess I'm not winning the game this turn, but actually it's still possible. Okay, I just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to cast 4 more spells this turn. Is it possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's possible. Alright. Like I'm 1 land off doing that. If I considered last turn, I could have actually done it. Yeah, I probably should have considered that. Yeah. Come on. That's not enough, no. Okay, how many Void Flares do I have left? I think I have enough Void Flares left. I have like a bunch of Void Flares left, and so like they need to see the heads up play of just sealing out my Void Flares to. Wait, I think I boarded out some number. I boarded out some number of Void Flares, but I don't think I. Okay, yeah, in that case, keep pressed because that lets me survive a single Villainy tick. Do I keep Anthesis Accomplice in hand? Okay, how much mana do I need next turn? 1, 2, or on my opponent's turn? 1, 2, 3. That's enough for all these guys, and then yeah, okay. I keep Anthesis. Is there any point in keeping Anthesis in hand? I can always flash this thing out. Okay, yeah, I passed that. Now my opponent's dead to a Void Player. I can't prevent 1 Villainy tick from going off, but I can also guarantee that Villainy tick doesn't kill Restad. Yeah. Unless they have like 2 instant speed things, I think I'm fine. Oh, I mean, I guess that technically counts as 2 instant speed things. Alright, sure. If they play another thing, then I have to Portal Factor. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. They're going to swing for 1 on me. Okay, yeah, they gained the 2 from that, but like Restad kills them next turn, right? Like there's no way around that. I can always portal fracture whatever. They need 2 Exons to not die here. Or I guess they need a discard spell plus Exon. Wait, why did he count as miss trigger? Okay, well, cool. That was really close. Definitely could have played it better. I definitely, yeah, on that turn where I could have considered off Araltha, I should have because like I should have realized that since my opponent's tapped out, the only thing I need to do to win is to dig for a land, and even if I don't hit a land, I still think it was extra damage off to consider wasn't really worth not going for the win, the possible win, because so like that thing lets me dig 2 cards deep, like or I just need to get a playable land in the top 3 cards, and if I top deck any cantrips, I get to dig again. So like there was a decent shot if I just end step to consider. I could have just won there by getting to 9 mana and activating Restad twice. But yeah, close games. 2-0 so far, so hopefully the luck keeps up. I mean, I certainly appreciate Lose Your Mind just being a 2-mana draw 2 in this deck. A 2-mana instant speed draw 2 even. Like this card's nutso, and then in 2-mana instant speed draw 2 they can flash back for 3 mana. You still have to pitch a card to flash it back, but like that's not that hard in this deck. There's usually some card you want to pitch, and then you just get to keep churning through cards from your graveyard. So even if you run out of cards in hand, you're still not out of the game yet. But yeah,